Hey, it's Bill Russell. I'm here in my yellow hat. I wore it at Vive and Hymns to signify our partnership with Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation and the search for cures and to combat childhood cancer. I'm just blown away by the generosity of our community. With the help of our partners, SureTest, Rackspace, CTG, and some of you giving individually, we were able to raise close to $40,000 at those two events. It is just exceptional. And I would like to thank all of you who have joined us in this cause. If you would like to be a part of it as well, go ahead and hit our page, thisweekhealth.com. You can go to the top blue banner that is on our homepage and click on that to give today. Thank you again for being a part of this effort and this cause. Today in Health IT, we're going to take a look at the Best Buy Mass General Brigham partnership to expand healthcare at home and ask the question, is this the tipping point? Is this where we start to see hospital at home, healthcare at home become more the norm in terms of the strategy? Here we go. My name is Bill Russell. I'm a former CIO for a 16 hospital system and creator of This Week Health, a set of channels and events dedicated to transform healthcare one connection at a time. We want to thank our show sponsors who are investing in developing the next generation of health leaders: SureTest, Artisight, Parlance, Certify Health, Notable, and ServiceNow. Check them out at thisweekhealth.com/today. All right. Hey, we have a new service out there. You can check it out, thisweekhealth.com/news. Hit our website, click on news. You're going to see we are aggregating news. We have curators from around the industry who are sending me news stories every day. And when they send those in, I approve them. They go out on the site. So we're getting to the signal through the noise and just giving you the stories that are relevant to you in your job in health IT. And they're there for you. If you have any ideas, this is still in beta, will be probably through January, and then we will launch, and would love to have your feedback. Go ahead and send it to me. And if you want to be a curator and you work for a health system, go ahead and click on Become a Contributor at the top of the page. All right. Hey, one last thing. Share this podcast with a friend or colleague. Use it as a foundation for daily or weekly discussions on the topics that are relevant to you and the industry. They can subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. All right. I'm looking at this story. It's in Forbes, and this was contributed by Sue Shade. Thank you, Sue, for being a curator on our site. Best Buy Health and Mass General Brigham strike landmark partnership to expand healthcare at home. Let me give you a little bit of what's going on here. Two names in their respective industries, Best Buy Health and Mass General, announced today that they are collaborating to expand healthcare at home services using technology-driven care model. The initiative aims to address increasing patient demand for more convenient access to care while alleviating growing workforce shortages and improving health outcomes. One of the key and by the way, that last sentence is key, right? So more convenient access to care, alleviating growing workforce shortages, and improving health outcomes. So those are the three drivers they're looking for. One of the key drivers for the collaboration is to help expand MGB's home hospital service, an already established acute care model that enables patients with serious conditions such as COPD and heart disease to receive short-term inpatient level care at home. Specifically, the program offers daily in-person and virtual visits, 24/7 access via phone and video, remote monitoring services, and even diagnostic testing capabilities. This in addition to MGB's home care service. Don't be deceived by this paragraph. When they say an already established service, they're not good at it. And I know somebody from MGB is listening to this right now going, oh no, we are good at it. Yeah, you're good at it. You can't scale it. It's hard to do. This is one of the reasons you strike a deal with a Best Buy Health. And it's one of the reasons I recommend, and they're not a sponsor, I recommend that organizations like health systems look at someone like a Best Buy Health because they have the wherewithal to go into patients' homes. They go into patients' homes all the time to install speakers and TVs and washers and dryers and that kind of stuff. They have the mechanism for doing that. They have the staff for doing that. That is not to be minimized. That in addition to the fact that Best Buy is thinking about this remote patient monitoring, this home care on an ongoing basis. Why are they doing that? They have acquired companies like Current Health, and they offer remote patient monitoring, telehealth services, and those kinds of things. and some others. They have Lively and some other devices that they've bought into. So they are thinking about this every day. How do we go into the home? How do we collect this data? How do we create more data points, more touch points for the clinician? And for those clinicians who don't want more touch points, how do we move that data and that information through AI and machine learning algorithms in order to, again, get through the signal and the noise and just get to the signal and to start predicting outcomes, start to do interventions, early interventions in things as you're seeing them. By the way, this is, to me, I think this is a seminal moment. I think this is a big deal that MGB and Best Buy have done this deal. I think it signals a mind shift. And the mind shift is one where we are not thinking about beds within the four walls of our hospitals. We're not counting the number of beds. Instead, we're counting the number of beds in our community and saying, what percentage of those beds are we overseeing? If the average number of beds in a home is 3, then how many of those beds are covered by MGB? How many of those are covered by the local health system? And that's what I think needs to be the progression here. All levels of acuity being supported by the health system becoming the trusted partner in care for all the beds in their community. Either receiving, if there's somebody who's young and doesn't have a lot of conditions, either receiving that telemetry data from the mass number of devices that are out there today, your blood glucose, your scales, your I don't know, blood pressure cuffs and those kind of things, or potentially it's just the iPhone or the Aura Ring or that kind of stuff. But essentially, we're running that all through the local health system that is then taking it through algorithms and then providing back to them the kind of care that we would expect from a trusted partner like an MGB or others. I think this is a big change from a strategy standpoint. I think it's the way that health systems ensure their relevance into the future. Yes, they will always be the acute care setting that people go to, but their relevance in terms of health, I think it's important that they establish this one-to-one relationship with the bed, with the person in their home, easy access, better outcomes, and those kind of things. I think you're going to see Best Buy continue to make these kinds of deals. I was looking at their stock price today. It's up 5%, 6% in the last 30 days. I think this is the culmination of their move to becoming a healthcare company. You're starting to see sales come out of it. There was a lot of investments made, and now you're starting to see sales come out of it. I think when health systems start to look at this and how to expand this, they're going to realize that they don't have the wherewithal and the capability to go into homes like Best Buy does, and this service will continue to grow. So that's my 2 cents. I think it's an exciting time to be a patient. We will see how this plays out. I think this is a positive, and I hope to see more of these in the coming year. All right, that's all for today. That's all for this week. Don't forget, share this podcast with a friend or colleague. Keep the conversation going. We want to thank our channel sponsors who are investing in our mission to develop the next generation of health leaders: SureTest, Artisight, Parlance, Certify Health, Notable, and ServiceNow. Check them out at thisweekhealth.com/today. Thanks for listening. That's all for now.